Hey everybody!
Hey guys!
Hello! This is MaJeliv. We're the Vasquez family. I'm Matthew.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jemmy.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Joshua.
And today we are going to be reacting to the season finale of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. We're looking at the thumbnail right now, and we see Ares and Percy. It's very epic. We're very excited to jump on in. The show has been very fun to watch and experience together. We've loved getting to experience it with you. And yeah, we're ready to close up this chapter, and we'll definitely give our thoughts after. Yeah, it's been quite the journey for our heroes. So
For sure.
yes, today's episode is called "The Prophecy Comes True," which is good news. But it also seemed like they were kind of behind in the last episode. So let's see how this all kind of ends. But thank you guys for joining us today. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you guys are watching an edited version of our reaction. If you want to have access to our full uncut watch along to this episode and to any future uncut watch alongs that we do here at MaJeliv, you guys can have access to that and to those videos by becoming a member of this channel by either clicking the link in the description or the card above to have access to our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have two ways to have access to those uncut watch alongs. But regardless, we're happy to have you join us. Let's jump into Percy Jackson and the Olympians, episode 8. The prophecy comes true. Here we go.
Here we go.
The lighthouse in the back. That's sick.
Whoa.
Oh.
Thanks for demonstrating it.
Let's work on that disarm.
Look,
What a chill dude.
high guard. Refocus from doing anything.
Like,
Single combat.
what?
Do you accept?
I mean, it's your funeral, kid.
It was Kronos. It was his idea to frame Poseidon's kid and steal Hades' helm and Zeus's bolt to start a war. What?
Oh yeah, Annabeth didn't know.
No, she didn't know about any of that. Little wake up call.
Right?
Oh boy.
Oh, dude, this is insane. Oh, snap.
Such a little sword.
It's like Link fighting Ganon.
Yeah, dude. Whoa.
Oh.
My gosh, dude. He's doing amazing right now. Not so much.
Jeez.
Oh, he made him touch water. Now he's in trouble.
Oh, the
There
seagulls.
he goes.
Oh. Oh.
Let's go.
Uh-oh, yeah.
Warned you. If you're not careful.
Oh.
Down. Who I am.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Dang.
That was sick. Yeah, where's your sword, buddy?
Oh,
there it
there it
is.
is. Oh.
Oh.
Whew.
I see a little blood there, buddy. Determination.
That was so badass, dude. That was so great.
Yay!
What a punk.
Don't look at his true form.
Dang.
You see, that's so interesting that you can't look at their true form, right?
It is interesting. I don't know why I said but yes, it is interesting.
Oh, that's the same place they were in the beginning, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I like
That,
that.
is that dog?
How many times do you have to kill this lady? Or creature, whatever she is.
Turning the bolt is the only way I can get his attention. Percy, you don't want Zeus's attention. I gotta tell him about Kronos.
Zeus will never let you leave Olympus alive.
I'm done running from monsters. This is too important.
Let's go, Percy.
I have to try.
Yeah, you do.
Just for clarity, how sure are we you can just explain everything in an email?
Glory. Glory.
Wow.
It's all about glory.
Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
snap, dude.
That's what's in the Empire State Building all this time.
You have to be really careful with this. It's a beautiful spot.
What do you mean?
Yeah. All those trees?
Mm-hmm.
Things that are small and scary get squished.
Dang.
Man.
That's
That's
good
so
advice.
I love how they're doing flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we get a look at interactions that he's had with Luke in the past that he's learned from, and then we also see how it affects him now.
Dang, man, dude, that's Olympus. That's amazing.
That's
really,
wild.
really big and epic.
That's so cool.
Dang, he got there fast.
Well, I'm sure they skipped some time.
Although he's just able to just walk around.
He's not even breaking a sweat.
That place looks so ancient.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, has an air to it.
Oh boy.
There he is.
Wow.
There's the man himself.
There's no one else there.
Maybe they're invincible.
The people in the chairs?
Yeah.
Invisible?
Just hiding out to see what happens in plain sight.
Whoa.
I had to tell you who did steal it. It was Kronos.
Oh, I've seen this actor in so many things. I'm trying to remember when was the last time I saw him.
I know who Kronos is. I'm his son. Of course he's gathering strength. Of course he's coming. That is what we do. We snap and plot and stride. It was only a matter of time before he did again. Thank you for the news. It is the only reason I'm letting you leave alive.
Whew.
Be gone.
But the war can't continue.
Boy!
Dude. Leave.
How afraid of you do you think they'll be when your dad shows up looking to put you back in your place?
Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, snap.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's no war.
I surrender.
Oh.
I'll have Athena set a meeting. The whole council will declare my swift and crushing victory. Make sure I never see this one again.
That guy is so good.
Yeah, man. Whoa.
Whoa.
So it's like, cause he's the one that passed away too, right? That actor.
I think so.
He passed away?
That was the
I think so.
actor.
Yeah, Lance Reddick.
I had to double check, but he was
Obedience doesn't come naturally to you, does it?
amazing.
No. Sure. Do you dream? Ares said gods don't dream.
Ares is a moron. You should be going.
Wow. Oh.
Camp.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool shot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Campers.
Campers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is she?
Don't say anything. I'll explain.
Huh.
Wow.
Really pulled out all the stops for you. Come on, you've said like 2 words since we left the cabins.
The quest is over, and everything the Oracle said has either come true or makes sense. You shall go west and face the god it was turned. Find what was stolen and see it returned. And you shall be betrayed by one who calls you a friend.
Oh, goodness.
You couldn't. Because you knew that Clarice didn't steal the bolt. You did.
Oh, get out.
You worked with Ares to plan it on me.
Oh.
So when the shoes you gave me pulled me down into Tartarus, the bolt be delivered right to Kronos.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
I am your friend. The gods are my enemy. You. I'm here to recruit.
Man.
What is going on? I'm so
Yeah,
confused.
this is.
Cam.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
This isn't you. This is Kronos. He got to you.
No, he opened my eyes to the truth.
Oh, goodness.
Our parents aren't perfect, but they're trying their best.
Sword is massive.
I forgot who his dad is.
Hermes.
Oh.
I believe. No.
Yeah, yeah, from the motel.
Yeah.
from the-
Oh no, he's gonna push him in.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry. Come on. Dang it.
Ouch.
For everything.
Dang, dude.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, man.
I had a feeling that
Literally.
title was not a good thing. The prophecy comes true is not a good thing when it kicks you in the nuts. Ah. Thought Luke was our friend, man.
So did Percy.
Freaking Luke.
You're more than a hero now. You are a leader in the eyes of your fellow half-bloods. You have made me very proud.
Percy? That's your name? I'm 90% sure it's Pete.
Percy. Percy Jackson.
Okay, for those of you who are not staying for the full term, get out!
There's some place called Disney World, which kind of sounds like Waterland, but less determined to kill you.
Yeah.
What am I walking into? Is there something you're supposed to do there?
Just be a kid.
Aww.
Yeah.
Officially authorized to begin the quest for Pan.
So cool, man. This is so great.
No matter what happens, we meet back here next year. All of us.
Aww.
That's awesome, man. His mom should be there if Hades kept his word.
Yeah.
Percy?
Oh my god. Oh, man.
It's time to wake up.
What?
I knew something
What?
was off.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, come
The
on.
Oracle?
Gave me chills.
That's the dream thing. I don't know.
That's the dude from the
You
dreams.
serious?
Oh, that's
Still
what
doing this?
I'm.
I won. You lost.
That's what I said.
Your survival is the key to my return.
What does that mean?
No kidding, kiddo. Time to wake up.
That's
that
creepy,
mean?
man.
7th grade awaits. Let's get this party started.
7th grade, Percy. You gotta go.
Stories you heard about Greek gods, heroes, and monsters.
Blue pancakes.
Blue pancakes.
And blueberries.
And you might be a part of our world. So don't give up. Because we might need you for the fight ahead.
And it's raining. That's great,
Wow.
man.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So sad, man. He was incredible.
Oh.
Ah.
What a show.
Well, I will say that the way that they did the whole Luke thing, I liked a lot more.
Yeah.
Like the way that they were doing Luke, the way that the actor did it. It was
Yeah.
really well done
Really
because
well
you don't
done.
see it coming. It really is a great transformation, I think. So.
Well, I like it because the word there, recruit, was so accurate. Like, it wasn't just a word that the script said I'm going to say. Like, the
Yeah, he
young
wants-
actor definitely was actively inquisitive of Percy and testing him and teaching him. And
He genuinely wanted Percy by his side.
Right, because he really fully believes in what he's doing and what, getting Olympus to fall.
Wow.
I'll let it keep
Rest
playing.
in peace,
That's
Man.
Lance Reddick.
wow.
Oh,
I'll let it keep playing in case there's anything else. But
that was awesome.
yeah, what did you guys think? I mean, that was
I love that. It was so cool because the flashbacks that they did of Luke and Percy, I just was reading about that. I still haven't finished the book, but Spoiler. it was nice. Yeah, I mean, I already know how the story goes. Yeah. It's just to compare it is really fun. But it was really great how they did those flashbacks, and it's kind of foreshadowing that one that is called Friend, and everything that the choices he made, it makes sense, but it just makes it more sad and more tragic because of how jaded he is. And I believe his father is Lin-Manuel Miranda's character, Hermes.
yes.
Hermes. Yeah. So that's a very interesting dynamic. Do we ever see? I'm curious if we ever see Luke again. I guess I'll just have to
I'm
read the
sure we
books and
will.
find out.
Percy made a comment like he's gonna go seek him or look for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really well done. I loved it.
I also think Clarice. Sorry, love. I think
it's okay.
Clarice. It seems like they're opening up that connection now, of moving forward with him and Clarice, because she's not guilty. it almost now makes her like a possible helper in the future.
And remind me, she's whose daughter? Aries? No.
Aries.
Yeah, it's still.
Aries' daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why it was easy to frame her, because she's got a really bad attitude.
Yeah.
But it's-
Well, and also she's a daughter of Aries, so and Aries stole he helped take part.
He helped Kronos, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also the theory. It's also the they're really setting up the commentary with the relationships that these demigods have with their parents.
Right.
And you know, if I remember correctly, and again, it's been years since I've read the books, but I do remember we get to know, I think, a little bit more of Clarice and like, kind of maybe understand a little bit more as to why she's so the way she is. I mean, yeah, there's an element of kind of like what you see in Hogwarts or like in Harry Potter, where the house they're in kind of determines the kind of person they are, the traits that they possess. And so I think naturally Clarice, being the daughter of the god of war, she's gonna have just things that make her who she is. But there's also, in the same way that Luke has a relationship with Hermes, every kid in that camp has a relationship with their parents, and so that's very interesting, for sure. And the fact that Percy, I think the reason he's so unique and different is he has this unconventional bravery, and like he doesn't fear the gods as much as some of these other kids do. He's able to kind of see them truly in their flaws, and yeah, it's very, very interesting. And you even I thought about that too. It's so interesting when they all looked away when Ares turned into his true form, and how it's obviously all the gods look very different. They don't look related per se, but that's also the way that they're being portrayed to us, their human form.
Yeah.
And so their true like god form we won't ever really see, but it's cool to see how they clearly have a history. And the way that ended with those three at the tree, and there definitely is space for a lot more. I just hope they start filming soon, because these kids are going to grow up. Like,
yeah, I'm sure they.
I have a feeling they're already filming.
Yeah, I think they'll give them their normal.
And they also can get feedback from the fans, how people react, and they can change up the way that they do things, or not that there's a lot that needs changing, but to really bounce off of what people are asking for. I hope that that's true, and then also that Rick Riordan and team, like they just stay true to the books and just do what they did here, but just for the other books. And I mean, I know we'll be here for it, and it'll be if we get the chance to witness these actors, these kids grow up and tell this story, it would be such an honor to be able to take part in. It's so great.
That'd be great.
And they all have their arcs. All their arcs kind of got set.
That's
Grover's set to be he can search now for Pan. Annabeth is going back to see her dad, and like it's kind of embracing that and learning to be a little bit more grateful for it, regardless of how imperfect it might be or how So yeah, it's very great. What were you gonna say, Jem? Sorry.
No, yeah, it's fascinating how they approached it with the series. It's cool that they're taking their time with the character development or certain things, because I know I've heard from like other people like the portrayal of like how they wrote like the difference of how Grover is in the show versus how he is in the book. I think same with Annabeth. Annabeth. That's another movie. Annabeth, her character, same thing. Not really like looks or anything. It's just more personality. Like the whole bus scene is very different in the book. But it also, it seems like they're just highlighting mainly the character growth of Percy in this season, which is great. And whereas the other ones seem more secondary, I mean, it's literally called Percy Jackson and the Olympians, so it makes sense. So it's fascinating to see the differences that they make, and I'm curious if they'll slowly evolve into what the book fans know those characters to be as the show progresses. Because it's also another thing of realistically taking on, like, okay, how would a 12-year-old really react to this situation? Obviously in books you can exaggerate it as much as you want because, it's your imagination, it's how you approach it, but it's like, a lot of it is pretty heavy stuff, like the emotions Percy's felt of him constantly feeling like an outsider. It's, it takes a lot on a kid, so it's, it all makes sense. Like, it all makes sense, and it'd be cool to see just how these characters grow and evolve, because you can tell these actors are becoming these characters. It's really awesome. Even with Grover in the end, like, it's really, really cool to see them do their own interpretation of it. So, and again, I'm probably almost halfway through the book, so I have to just keep reading.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful I'm able to appreciate both sides of it, like where it originally came from and then how they decided to interpret it through this format of a TV series.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting. I appreciate the changes they made too. I'm not like upset about it. I thought it was great. So.
Yeah.
I think story-wise, the only thing I'm hoping, not only thing, I'm sure more will come later, but I feel like we're being told like a synopsis of different story elements that affect the characters today, but we're not able to truly like see it. So it's almost like a lot of information coming in that we're supposed to learn about these people through like one conversation because they're telling us that that's what happened. So I'm hoping they work with like flashbacks in later seasons to truly hash out those histories of each character, because for example Hermes, that short conversation they had with him about his son and the complicated relationship between Luke and his father, like Luke and his father, that's Star Wars, anyone? I feel like that's kind of something that's missing for me, because I just got a bunch of facts, but I'm like, I'm losing track of what it is that everyone has experienced, who they're related to, like how they're connected through different things.
I mean, I have hopes that they'll definitely play with flashbacks. I mean, they did it really well in the show. Even with the whole Luke and Percy, that was really well done. Because I was like, oh, that's because when I was reading, I'm like, this is kind of fundamental to know like how much of a friend Luke is for Percy. Like, he was like one of his only really good true friends when he was at the camp. So it's like, for them to not show a lot of that, I'm like, I wonder if they're ever going to bring it up. And sure enough, they did. They timed it perfectly because it goes on with what's going to happen in the episode. So it worked out. So I wouldn't be surprised if, again, I don't know how.
They might keep sprinkling it into each episode.
That even happened with that one, the I Plunged to My Death episode, the flashbacks of like the pool and with Percy, young Percy and his mom, and so I think them doing flashbacks and
might be a story
back,
vehicle. They might use it.
They definitely. I given this season, they definitely do that well. So the hope is that they can do that, so that in the moment we can truly connect to it and really take that in. Because I feel like, sometimes when you're reading a book, there's some details you might forget, and then something comes up that was referenced back then, and it's like, wait, So. I think flashbacks would be very helpful.
In the books, do they move through things like this, or it's a lot more laid out? Like,
I think the dreams they talk about, I don't know if they do like flashbacks. No, right?
Well, no, but also it's been a long time, but I also don't remember Kronos really being unveiled as like the big bad until later. Like, you get a sense that something else sinister is at work. But not that it's Kronos. At least not that I remember. Not that I remember.
I'll let you know.
Let us know, Jamie.
Well, but I remember like
I'm reading Harry Potter. So
I remember it was around the third book, around there, that you get a sense of, oh snap, this is what's going on. It's kind of like that big reveal, and so I think the reason them kind of revealing it earlier might just be to kind of again set up like a Voldemort type of
exactly.
Setting up the big bad and really and I understand why they're doing that. It definitely does up the stakes. But because they're, it's interesting that you mentioned them kind of saying everything, Mom, like you said, sometimes like indicating and implying more in conversation than actually showing us. And and I think it kind of reminds me a little bit of the prequels in Star Wars, where they don't necessarily, like for example, we didn't really see a war between the gods. We just kind of heard that it was, people were getting ready and they were getting upset. So, it's interesting. I wonder if it's obviously the audience, but to, in terms of how much they could show and what they truly could portray, whether it was budget or whatever their limitations were, because I know that's a real thing as well. And so I think my hope would be that moving forward they would see what the reaction is, and from what I've read, I think it's been a very positive response. People want more, and so I hope Disney would see that and be like, okay, let's go all in, like let's green light this thing, because I don't think they have actually. I think I was reading something recently.
No, they said. They started. It seems like they're starting to write season 2. So
right, but that's what I'm saying though. It's like, okay,
these kids are getting older.
They're getting older. Let's go all in.
There's no musical numbers.
There's amazing fight sequences, and we saw glipses of that here. But let's
No,
let
the
this world
books,
fully
the
come to life
actions.
and bring these characters and
Like
do
this
the whole
was
thing justice.
this is technically like not fully like sent like a full send like for the whole of all of it. Like they just did this first book and they're seeing how people react.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, maybe because of how the movies were received, and it's also, I think, it's a little bit safer, absolutely, yeah, because I'm sure this show cost a lot to make, to develop, and they kind of want to see, and like you said, who was it?
Mix of the sets
About
and then
their response,
Yeah.
the people's response. So I wouldn't be surprised if they see what people have said that they like, that they don't like, and then they'll probably. I mean, that is smart to kind of see.
Determines
Okay,
a show. I think if you are able to receive feedback and apply some things that you could definitely add. I mean, I don't know. I think one thing you could reference, because it's the same composer. If you have like a show like Rings of Power, which we don't have to talk about right now, but the premise of what I'm saying is essentially, they made that show with people having these speculations and thoughts, but after seeing the product, the audience has an opinion, and the audience is the person that is investing their time into the product you've made. And so if you're writing season 2, if you're preparing this next season, this next story, I think receiving the thoughts and the comments definitely help to
but I also think the books are so well done that you kind of need to just trust and go and have a sense of faith, right? Because I mean, I think like with Harry Potter, the story will naturally evolve. Some of the themes might get a little darker and more mature and intense because the kids are growing up, and the threats that they'll face. Like you said, a couple reactions back, Mom. We'll get to see them grow up. But I think this is definitely a great foundation. I'm just very eager and excited to see what they could do. But yeah, I'm very curious because the fact that they've introduced Kronos so soon, maybe it's just more like we kind of know who's moving the pieces. So I
it's
think
also investing us into moving forward, because if there's no real threat, then you'd be satisfied with just this one season and that's it.
Right.
But if you're building up this Kronos, who even Zeus is afraid of, because he called a committee to meet, so clearly this is a big familial issue.
Family issues.
Hearing them speak in ancient Greek was really cool.
That was really cool.
Gosh,
yeah.
The only thing, something funny that I think was that Disney World plug-in at the end.
Yeah.
It's almost like, let's advertise for Disney World, because
I don't remember exactly though if they added that, if that was in the book or not, just because it was a Disney
presents thing.
Right? Or was not? Was it?
It might have been. No, it might have been. I don't know. I know that the company, the publishing company, has always been, I think, Disney.
Oh, okay.
But either way, I still love that because Annabeth, gets to kind of just be a kid and just enjoy time, and I think it's
fit.
great.
I think the plug-in
That's the things that I love.
It didn't feel forced or like, we're trying to plug in our park, but.
Well, it's a place where you have the full permission to just be a kid.
It's definitely not Waterland.
It's a great reference.
Definitely not Waterland. So.
Waterworld.
Waterland.
Waterworld.
They said Waterworld though.
Isn't that a movie?
Yeah, Waterworld.
Oh, yeah.
So I think also it's important to.
Did they say Waterland? I don't know.
If they're just writing the series, I'm hoping if they're going to film that they start soon. One, because these guys are going to age quick.
They already are looking.
They already are.
Joshua, you grew like a foot in like 6 months.
Yeah, which I mean, you could totally make that part of the show because puberty.
I mean,
that happens. So.
But I hope they start filming quick, and also I think the momentum of what we've experienced can just die, and then we're like, oh, what happened again? Like, where were we?
Right.
There's a precious thing to time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying in 6 months show it, but at least
I mean,
start.
that would be great.
I mean, it'd be fantastic as long as they don't
Yeah.
rush it and make it.
But this is, again, one of those shows, in terms of, we're talking about Disney Plus and streaming and kind of the way the industry's been and how Disney's kind of having to navigate like what they're going to do and how much they're going to be pouring their money and their investment into shows. This is one of those franchises and shows that I think
they need to go
just go all in, maybe dial back on some of the other stuff and let it come to this.
Well, I think numbers speak for themselves, and I really hope the numbers of this show will justify them analyzing that, okay, people are watching this.
Right.
And ideally their target audience, which is probably kids this age group, maybe a little younger, and then obviously families like us, and people who are fans of the books are watching this show. And if that is the case and the numbers do align, then I think there is a very promising future for this series.
And it'd be exciting to see the evolution as well, because when you think of movies like Harry Potter,
right,
you know, the fighting sequences get just more intense.
Right.
So it'd be exciting to see.
Well, we're gonna watch these characters grow, and I think with more seasons comes the opportunity to flush out your characters like Grover and Annabeth, like they are flushed out in the
And
books.
Clarice.
Right.
Like Clarice,
Right.
she's very fascinating.
Yeah, it looked like she's the next one that we're gonna get to know better.
Not
The
gonna
key-
lie.
Oh, here, go for it.
Sorry, real quick. I know I'm low-key kind of tired of live-action Disney movies, but she looks a lot like Moana.
Yeah,
she
I can see
reminds
that.
me of Moana.
a
I'm like,
live-action
oh, you can
Moana.
play Moana.
That's
That's kind of cool. I
very-
just like
She's
I
got
saw
a-
it, like you kind of remind me of Moana.
Maybe she's
right
got
now.
a
It's, like, kinda
hidden
cool, but-
hidden singing talent.
I mean, who knows? But
pretty
she
cool.
did awesome. I
Yeah,
loved the
she was
performance. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I just
I
wanted
think
to
also
put that out there.
last note. I think the key for this show, and I don't know if you guys agree. You could say you agree or disagree.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in terms of the way it'll mature and like to thrive is, in terms because you said, Mom, about them indicating and just kind of telling us things. I think for the show to evolve and mature, we have to stay in the lens of Percy's journey and let all of it mature with him in the same way that it would be in the books. I think if the story decides to stay more of the filter of this is for young audiences, this is for families, you might hinder and compromise on certain story elements if it's not staying true to what Percy realistically is experiencing, right? Obviously, you can use the camera to artfully not show certain things that might be too intense, but it's just that element of staying true to his story. And mind you, he is, 7th grade? So he is still pretty young.
A wee lad.
Yeah.
I do love, it's tricky to end a show or a season with narration, but I really did love that last bit there, where we're being introduced really fully now to the concept of do not give up. And if you feel like an outsider, I love how he's like, you may be one of us. Like, you're probably, what I love about that is that you're probably like Percy. You're probably called to something greater. So I just love the idea of a kid. I think about a little Jose who's watching this, right? Who's like just facing the odds in life. Really, really tough things in life. There's people out there right now, kids, man, that you guys are going through it. And it's not easy. And it's scary. And all kinds of monsters in your lives, and it's, a show like this, for whatever reason, and some very negative people will call it delusion and like false hope and all this. But no, it is the kind of show that kind of restores faith and some greater power, and then the greater power that's in us. And to hear that voice and to watch a character whose dad stands by his side and at the same time he's able to reach his potential, and to have that character tell a young kid who's going through crap, don't give up, that's pretty powerful stuff, man. And I think kids need that. We're living in a time where we really do need that. As much crap and garbage is out there on the social media platforms, to have a show like this is truly a gift, and it is a necessity, I would say. So I do hope people continue to tune in. I hope kids watch it, that they have fun, but hopefully they just allow themselves to believe something that seems impossible these days, which is to have faith in yourself, have faith in a greater God that's by your side, even though life seems like it's just falling all apart. It's not. It's not. Don't give up. We should not give up.
Perseverance.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great full circle, definitely. Yeah. Because he was like speaking to us kind of in a past tense of where he was, but even the visuals were very,
It paralleled to the beginning, which I loved, because it's like, he's going out to face the next challenge, and then you zoom out into the window of the rain. Mind you, the mom in the beginning was like in the rain, feeling like knowing that Poseidon was still with them.
Right.
It's like to know that they're never alone.
They're always being watched.
Yeah, they're always being watched. They're always being taken care of. So
it's great.
It was really, really well done.
Yeah.
And I think at the end, that last scene with Medusa's head, I think it's a way of showing like, no, everything we saw did happen.
Right.
It's not all a dream.
Actually.
Yeah, because at the end, some people might be like, this whole thing was a dream? Like, what the heck? Because he's literally back in his apartment.
That's a fair point.
With his mom.
Yeah.
And showing Medusa's like, okay, no, he did cut Medusa's head off. The gods are still not happy with him.
Right.
Trying to
Yeah,
kill
they
him.
wanted to turn him to stone.
Right. So I love that. I love that they brought that in because some people might have been very confused.
Yeah.
Good point.
Definitely a very good way.
I love that. Yep.
Good after credits.
Absolutely, man.
Not a dream.
Not a dream.
Not a dream, man. Dude, this show is, I'm so grateful it's not just a dream now, and it's actually, we've been able to experience it. It's been so great to watch this season and get to, share our thoughts and our reactions with all of you. That was our reaction to episode 8, and we definitely want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments, your reaction and your commentary, whether that's to the show. We want to hear what you thought of this last episode, about the changes that might have happened, and different things in the books. There's some of you that have read it more recently than some of us have. So let us know your thoughts in the comments, and maybe how our commentary affected you. If there's anything you agreed with, you disagreed with.
Maybe keep it spoiler free. Just
maybe. I have a feeling if they're watching this. Oh, you're saying like for the further.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Just to keep
but I mean,
the
truth is,
the
books already exist. So.
I know, but it's still.
I'm gonna read them.
Still would hinder the experience.
It's giving you time, Jimmy.
Yes.
You could probably find your own intelligent way of talking about it without talking about it.
You're right. Yeah.
Just put that down there.
That's a little challenge. So give us your spoiler-free thoughts for
your spoiler-free spoilers.
Exactly. Yeah. So leave this in the comments. We'd love to connect with all of you. And remember, if you guys want to have access to the uncut watch-alongs that we released to this series, to this season, where you guys can watch the episodes that we watched alongside us, you guys can have access to those uncut watch-alongs by becoming a member of this channel by either clicking the link in the description or this card up above to have access to our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have 2 ways to become members of this channel and have access to those uncut watch-alongs and any future uncut watch-alongs that we do here on this channel. So, yes. Thank you guys. Again, go out there, spread your light, and we'll see you guys in the next MaJeliv video. Have a MaJeliv day.
Bye.
Bye.